What is up YouTube, I'm Lamb Trades, and today I'll be going over my top 3 stocks for this week. Make sure you like and subscribe so you don't miss out on my weekly watch list video. The markets were crazy last week, so let's get right into the video and get you prepared for this week. First, we're going to take a look at the economic events that are going to have an impact on the market this week. Monday, the market is closed, so we do have a short week, but on Wednesday and Thursday, we have some pretty important things. On Wednesday, we're going to see retail sales come out, and then on Thursday, we're going to see initial jobless claims. These give us a sense to see how the economy is doing in relation to the market. This week, we also have many companies that are still reporting earnings. Some of the companies that I'll be watching this week are as follows. On Tuesday, I'm going to be watching Palantir and CVS. Wednesday, I'll be watching Shopify, Hilton, and then Fastly, Tilray, and Baidu. Tilray was one of those stocks that really popped this week due to the influx in the medical sector, I guess you could say. I'm not trying to get banned by YouTube, but that's one that I really want to be watching out for as it has had a lot of hype going into this week. And then on Thursday, we're going to see Walmart and Roku report earnings. But those are the companies that I'm watching out for this week. So for now, let's go over SPY and what we saw this week. There was absolutely no reason to stop this week as we continued to hit all-time highs at close on Friday. I actually said last week in our watch list video that I wanted to see us pull back to this 386 level and test that resistance as support to see if we were able to hold above, but we didn't even get that opportunity. As you can see, up until Wednesday, we really just went straight up and then had a decent sized pullback Wednesday morning. This was a little scary for investors, but that dip was bought right up, and as you can see, we actually formed a descending triangle using that support. After that descending triangle broke out on Friday, SPY was able to run 3 points into close, which was very unexpected. We did actually call out this move in the Discord previous to it breaking out, so make sure you click the link in the bio so you can take advantage of moves like that. As for this week, I think we did form a nice support at that 389 level, and we may get another move up due to the government focusing on stimulus now that the impeachment trial is over. However, as I stated in one of my first watch lists, I would be expecting a run up to that $400 level before we get a decent sized pullback. That $395 to $400 level is crucial, as everyone knows the market is very overvalued right now as the economy is nowhere near all-time highs like the stock market is. I am not saying the market will crash, as I am still overall bullish if we can stay above that 360 level, but we are up 7% in the last 2 weeks, and it would be healthy to see a pullback, and I believe that $400 level on SPY will be a psychological level to watch out for. Once we hit that $400 level, if we do, I believe it will really start to set in and people will realize, look, I am up an insane amount from these March lows and it may be time to just lock in those profits. From the bottom in March, we've run a total of 81%. That is absolutely insane, and I would not be surprised if we can see a minor pullback after we hit that $400 level. So I'll be sure to cover it every single week, but make sure to watch out for that and keep it in the back of your mind. I want to keep this short and sweet, so let's get straight into the stocks I was watching last week. The first stock was Amazon. Amazon broke out of this bullish pennant after reporting a really good earnings. It was able to bounce off once, but however broke on the second time that we were watching for a bounce. It was then saved by that 200 SMA on the 4-hour time frame, and I would like to see how it reacts to this resistance trend line on Tuesday now that it's retesting it. The next stock we were watching was GDX. This was more of a longer term play, and I'll be watching out for it in the weeks to continue, but as inflation increases, I'll be watching for gold to increase in value and GDX to follow. The main thing I'm watching for is a break over this resistance trend line. And the last stock we were watching last week was NIO. We were watching for a bounce off of this support trend line on Monday for a push above this resistance, and that is exactly what we got. After we bounced off of this support trend line, we ran 14% up, retesting that 64.70 resistance, and then pulled back, and NIO is now sitting at that same support trend line. I would watch for a continuation upward, as not only does it have the support trend line, but it also has a previous resistance that may be turned support. As we can see, all those points right there were acted as resistance, and in the stock market, old resistances turn support. So I would watch for a continuation upwards on NIO. However, if we do break below, I wouldn't be surprised to see it retest that $56 to $55 level. If you guys are still watching, I would really appreciate if you could like and subscribe, as I do put a lot of work into these videos every week. But now let's get into the stocks that I'm watching this week. The first stock I'll be watching this week is Apple. Most of those big FANG stocks have stayed flat this week, which is what we can see in Apple. However, Apple retested that support trend line on Friday, and it did bounce off. It does have the 200 SMA right below, so I do like the chances of it bouncing off of this support trend line and retesting that 138 resistance. If we can break this 138 resistance, all-time highs are right above, and I think there's a high possibility that we're able to retest it. However, if we can't bounce off of this support trend line, I do believe we will fall all the way back down to that $130 to $127 level. The next stock I'll be watching this week is Blackberry. Blackberry was trading in this downtrend the entire week and was finally able to break out on Friday. As you can see in this quick chart to the left, Blackberry actually broke out and then retested this resistance as support, and I like if we're able to hold above that $13 level going into Tuesday. I think we can see a real continuation. My favorite thing about this setup is how Blackberry is slowly separating itself from GameStop's stock movement. I think with this breakout, we could see some continuation, and I like it to the upside. And lastly, my favorite setup for this week is BABA. BABA formed an ascending triangle this week and did break out on Thursday morning, which we can see right here. However, on Thursday morning, the markets also sold off, and BABA was not able to hold above that 270 level. Currently, it is sitting on that support trend line, and I would like to see if we're able to push back above and hold that 270 resistance. However, if we're unable to do that, I would not be surprised to see a pullback all the way down to that 250 level, and it can possibly be caught by that 200-day SMA. This is by far my favorite play for this week, and I really think that BABA is crazy oversold, and it does have a lot of room to continue upwards, so I would really watch for a break of that 270 level, and it has to close above. That is all for today. If you guys want to keep up to date with my plays throughout the week, make sure you join the Discord in the link below, and let me know down in the comments if you have any questions or you want me to cover any stock in particular. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you made it this far and found it helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that bell button so you don't miss any of my content. Make sure you aren't gambling and you're trading instead. Have a great week, and I will see you all in the next one.